Eso. Venga. 5, venga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eso. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Una.
Canelo Alvarez is back in the gym, and he's training like a man on a mission. After months of silence, the king of Mexican boxing is now sharpening his weapons, and all signs point to one name: Terence Crawford. This isn't just routine training. Canelo looks focused, sharp, and defensive first. And with talks heating up around a potential showdown with Terence Crawford, fans are already reading between the lines. That slick head movement, that controlled pressure, Canelo's already setting the tone, and if this is aimed at Crawford, it's clear. He's not underestimating the challenge. He's preparing for a chess match, not a slugfest. If the head movement was a warning, this right here is the statement. Canelo's not just focused, he's loading up with purpose. This is how he sends a message to Crawford without saying a word. Every shot has weight, precision, and bad intentions. Canelo's letting Crawford know, if this fight happens, it won't just be skill versus skill, it'll be strength versus survival. Jaron Ennis, one of the most avoided, most respected rising stars in boxing, isn't sugarcoating his thoughts on Crawford versus Canelo. While fans keep asking if Bud's speed and IQ can pull off the upset, Boots is looking at cold reality, and he brings up a point many are ignoring. Canelo has been hurting naturally bigger men, consistently.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So
that's not just hype. Boots is pointing at cold, brutal data. Canelo isn't a natural super middleweight, yet he's walking down men who rehydrate to nearly cruiserweight levels by fight night. Power like that doesn't lie, and Crawford's never felt it. But Boots doesn't stop there. He's not just favoring Canelo, he's giving Crawford direct advice. Ennis knows what it feels like moving up, and he's warning Bud, jumping from welterweight to super middleweight without testing the waters? That's not brave, that's dangerous.
And them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it, so so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should, just to stay sharp, and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Ennis isn't questioning Crawford's skill, he's questioning the strategy. Fighting Canelo isn't just about technique, it's about timing, strength, and survival. Boots is saying what many are thinking. Crawford might be rushing into the lion's den without armor. Canelo is known for his intelligence in the ring, and it's clear he's sharpening every tool in his arsenal. With a potential clash against Terence Crawford looming, the Mexican champion isn't leaving anything to chance. In a fight where defense can be just as important as power, Canelo is showcasing some slick head movement, sending a clear message to Crawford that he's ready for whatever comes his way. That's exactly the kind of defense Crawford will need to deal with. Canelo's head movement isn't just reactive, it's part of his calculated approach, making sure he's always a step ahead. If Crawford hopes to outsmart him, he'll need more than just speed. He'll need precision and patience to break through this kind of defense. When Canelo Alvarez enters the gym, it's not just a workout, it's a statement. The reigning pound-for-pound king is known for his relentless training, and this time, he's taking it to a new level. With a potential showdown against Terence Crawford on the horizon, Canelo is bringing the heat, pushing his limits like never before. His focus, nothing short of domination. That wasn't just a training session, that was a war cry. Canelo's intensity speaks volumes. Every punch, every movement, every drill is designed for one purpose: to make Crawford feel his power in the ring. If this is what he's doing in training, imagine what he's gonna bring when the bell rings. In boxing, defense is as much about technique as it is about timing, and Canelo Alvarez has mastered it. With a showdown against Terence Crawford potentially in the near future, Canelo's sharpening every aspect of his game. Known for his impeccable ability to evade punches, his head movement is one of the best in the business, making opponents miss while setting up his own devastating counters. But don't just take our word for it. That's textbook Canelo right there. Fluid, efficient, and nearly untouchable. His ability to slip punches and stay in the pocket without getting hit is a nightmare for any opponent, especially someone like Crawford, who thrives on precision and timing. If Crawford can't land, he can't win, and Canelo is showing he's more than capable of making him miss every single time. When it comes to raw power, Canelo Alvarez is a force to be reckoned with, but it's not just about brute strength, it's about control, precision, and making every shot count. The water bag, often used to simulate the resistance of a real opponent, shows just how devastating Canelo's punches can be, and in his latest training session, he's proving once again why he's one of the most dangerous men in boxing today. That kind of impact doesn't just wear down opponents, it breaks them. Canelo's power on the water bag demonstrates not only his punching strength, but his ability to generate force from every angle. If Crawford thought he could outmuscle Canelo, this is a clear reminder. The Mexican champion's power is on another level, and it'll be on full display come fight night. It's one thing to have defensive skills, but it's another to consistently practice and refine them. Canelo Alvarez doesn't leave anything to chance. Every aspect of his defense is drilled to perfection. With a potential clash against Terence Crawford looming, Canelo's sharpening his head movement, making sure he can slip, dodge, and counter with precision. This isn't just routine work, this is about perfecting the art of evasion. That's the kind of defense that frustrates opponents. Canelo's head movement is not only swift but calculated, allowing him to avoid punches while staying in perfect position to counter. If Crawford wants to land a punch, he'll need to be as unpredictable as Canelo's defense. And based on this drill, it looks like the Mexican champion's defense is as sharp as ever. When Canelo hits the bag, it's not just about power, it's about making every punch count. In this session, he's unleashing his full force, showing why he's one of the hardest hitters in the game. That's pure power and precision. Canelo's punches are relentless, and if this is how he trains, imagine the force he'll bring in the ring. Any opponent who steps in with him better be ready for an absolute war. Canelo Alvarez's power isn't just a result of his punches, it's built through rigorous strength training. The Mexican champion is known for his relentless work ethic, and every weight he lifts is a step toward being an even stronger force inside the ring. This is where the power comes from.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good for your chest, baby. That's what we have to know.
Strength training like that is a key factor in Canelo's dominance. It's not just about looking powerful, it's about having the stamina, endurance, and raw muscle to back up every move. This kind of dedication is why he's able to outlast and overpower his opponents. Canelo Alvarez is a master of movement in the ring, and today's training takes it a step further. His footwork is one of the best in boxing, but it's not all about boxing techniques. Canelo's showing us how fluidity in the ring translates into something more. That's the kind of rhythm and agility that makes Canelo so dangerous. His footwork isn't just about evasion, it's about control, timing, and never being where his opponent expects him to be. If you can dance like that, imagine how elusive you can be inside the ropes. Canelo Alvarez isn't just focused on power, his precision is unmatched. The Cobra Bag helps him refine his accuracy, allowing him to target and strike with deadly precision, just like he would in the ring. That's pure focus and accuracy. Canelo's ability to hit his target every time, even under pressure, is what sets him apart. If you can hit like that in training, you can break down anyone in the ring. Canelo Alvarez isn't just known for his skills. His physique is a testament to the hard work he puts in every single day. From strength training to conditioning, his body is built to dominate, and today he's feeling more confident than ever in his shape. That's the kind of shape that makes a statement. Canelo's confidence in his physique shows that he's not just physically prepared, he's mentally ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. A champion's body matches the mindset, unstoppable. Jump rope training is a staple in every boxer's regimen, and Canelo Alvarez knows it well. It's not just about stamina, it's about timing, coordination, and rhythm. Every skip is a step toward maintaining that elite conditioning and sharp footwork. That jump rope session is more than just cardio. It's about mastering the footwork and agility that make Canelo so elusive in the ring. The speed, the precision, and the endurance. This is how champions stay on top. When Canelo Alvarez prepares for a fight, every punch counts. Today he's focusing on devastating body shots, an essential weapon in breaking down his opponents. The heavy bag becomes his target, with each strike designed to wear down and overwhelm. Those body shots are pure power and precision. Canelo knows that breaking an opponent's body down early sets the stage for a victory later on. Every punch he lands is a reminder of why he's one of the most feared fighters in the world. The potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford has boxing fans on edge, and former world champion Shawn Porter is no exception. While Crawford's skill and technique are undeniable, Porter has his reservations about how well Crawford would fare against Canelo's raw power and aggressive style. Let's hear what Porter has to say about the matchup.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam.
Porter's concern speaks volumes. We've seen Canelo dismantle opponents with his knockout power. His ability to hurt fighters in every weight class is one of his trademarks. Crawford's technical brilliance may be his strength, but against someone as physically dominant as Canelo, things could get dangerous. The question is, will Crawford's speed and ring IQ be enough to overcome Canelo's power? Robert Garcia, one of boxing's most respected trainers, is known for his candid opinions and in-depth understanding of the sport. When it comes to the potential clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, Garcia has a clear stance. Although he admires Crawford's skills, he recognizes the power and experience that Canelo brings to the table. Let's hear what Garcia has to say about this matchup.
I see Canelo winning, and I'm not, you know, I don't know Canelo very well. I'll say hi to him if I see him. He'll say hi to me too, but we're not friends. You know, I could probably say I spend more time with Crawford, so I would love to see Crawford pull it off. I would be more happy to see Crawford win. I know him better. I would love to see him pull it off, and he could. But I still see, I don't know, I see Canelo winning.
Garcia's words hit hard. Despite his admiration for Crawford, he's not convinced that the Nebraska native can overcome Canelo's overwhelming strength and ring experience. It's a statement that shows just how much respect Canelo commands, even from those who would love to see the underdog prevail. In the end, Garcia believes Canelo's power and savvy would prove too much for Crawford to handle. Coach Joel Diaz is no stranger to high-profile matchups, and when it comes to the potential fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Diaz doesn't hold back. With years of experience in the ring and as a trainer, Diaz has a clear stance on this matchup. Let's hear why he believes Crawford has no chance against Canelo.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Diaz's statement is bold and controversial. He's not just questioning Crawford's ability to win, he's saying there's no chance. While Crawford is widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, Diaz's confidence in Canelo's power and dominance adds another layer to the already heated discussion. It's clear, Diaz believes Canelo's experience and strength will overpower Crawford, regardless of his skills. Bozy Ennis is a trainer with a wealth of knowledge on what it takes to outmaneuver some of the hardest-hitting fighters in the sport. With a potential matchup between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford on the horizon, Ennis shares his thoughts on what it would take for Crawford to stand a chance against the Mexican powerhouse. Let's hear his take on the strategy Crawford would need to implement.
I, was working with Terence or something like that. I would have him boxing, boxing, moving, and when he gets that time up, frustrating, And that's the only way I can see him, Terence beating him, Now, Canelo's a puncher, man, So you can't be laying around on the ropes on him because he punch you in your arm and hurt you, So you gotta be on. You gotta be on. Boxing, moving, little shake here, little fake there, Hands up. Gotta be right, man. I think that's gonna be a great fight, man. People counting Terence out. I'm not counting him out.
Bozy Ennis is spot on. Against someone like Canelo, it's all about movement and precision. Crawford's biggest challenge will be staying off the ropes and avoiding Canelo's devastating power punches. Ennis acknowledges the immense skill Crawford brings to the table, but it's clear he believes this fight will test every aspect of Crawford's ring IQ and discipline. Despite the tough task, Ennis isn't counting Crawford out just yet. He knows anything can happen in boxing. Abel Sanchez, a renowned boxing trainer, is never one to hold back his opinions, especially when it comes to major matchups. With the possibility of Canelo Alvarez facing off against Terence Crawford, Sanchez is quick to share his concerns. Despite Crawford's skill set, Sanchez believes there's a significant size disadvantage that could hurt Crawford's chances. Let's see what he has to say.
I think it's a ridiculous fight myself. I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
You really figure because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54, when he fought Madrimov in his last fight, showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level, 168, is going to make a difference.
Sanchez's statement cuts to the heart of the matter. Canelo's physicality could simply be too much for Crawford. While Crawford is one of the most technically gifted fighters in boxing, Sanchez points out that size does matter, especially against a powerhouse like Canelo. Crawford's speed and skill are unquestionable, but facing someone as powerful and experienced as Canelo could prove to be an overwhelming challenge. Sanchez's words add fuel to the fire of this already highly anticipated matchup. As Canelo continues to hone his skills, it's clear he's preparing for a fight of a lifetime. The Mexican champion is leaving nothing to chance. Every punch, every movement, every drill is a message to Terence Crawford. But with Crawford's incredible speed and ring IQ, it won't be an easy task. As trainers, experts, and fighters weigh in, one thing is certain: this potential showdown could go down in history as one of the most intriguing battles we've ever witnessed in boxing. What do you think? Can Crawford's skill and speed overcome Canelo's raw power, or will size and strength prove to be too much? Drop your thoughts below. Let's hear your predictions.